Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be about a topic I'm honestly really surprised I haven't covered yet, and that's the most hated Wings of Fire character ever. There have been mass murderer dragons abusing their magic, manipulators, and all kinds of criminals and evil individuals in the series. And yet, rising above them all and being the most hated by nearly all fans alike is one dragon, Whirlpool. In this video, I'll be talking about why he's so despised, diving deep into the old Sea Wing. There'll be spoilers for Lost Heir, as well as a very small one for Talons of Power, so you have been warned. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Dog1195, 3 Moons, Citus Wild, and Fizz. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, like I mentioned in the beginning, there are a lot of heartless and purely evil characters in the series. And even for ones who aren't entirely bad, they've done some messed up stuff. They're literally Wings of Fire dragons who drag on wars and brutally kill, but surprising for some perhaps, they're not the most hated. Whirlpool has been a character fans have wished the worst upon ever since the Lost Heir's release. So many villains and antagonists in Wings of Fire appear throughout the books, but Whirlpool doesn't even last a full one, and yet he's gone down as one of the most despicable dragons on the continents. What could have he done to deserve such a terrible reputation among fanwings? Well, let's start by talking about his introduction. From when he's first shown, we're meant to be uneasy about Whirlpool already. He's Anemone's teacher, and we can already see very clearly early on how obsessed he is with her magic and the Queen. It's apparently obvious how he just wants to compliment Coral so she'll like him, and unfortunately his long development plans work. He has her totally under his talons without Coral even knowing, which I suppose isn't a super hard feat as Blister and others achieve the same. But still, Whirlpool lies and charms his way to the top, already being a huge ick. But it's not just that that's made him so infamous. We begin to see how Whirlpool isn't just a bad and usually selfish dragon, he's evil in so many more ways. His master plan is to marry Anemone in order to get the throne. He believes he could be the one in charge, making the young singing princess essentially his puppet on the throne. He doesn't care about her or Coral or anyone, just himself. When Whirlpool is discovered for being even worse than we thought, he threatens to tell Coral and Blister about Anemone's true anima strength, thinking such a revelation, with the credit given to himself for teaching her, will earn him the throne, and he won't even need to wait much longer anymore. When Tsunami comes into the picture, Whirlpool tries to kill her so she'll be gone again. Anemone is more agreeable to marry in his mind, and he already had the Queen's approval to be with her when she's old enough. And yeah, that's where it gets weird. It's essentially an arranged marriage with Anemone having no real choice in the pressure. And she's a dragonette. Because, being honest here, I don't think Coral would have let her say no, and neither would a Whirlpool. The scheming Sea Wing also had backup plans when Auklet was hatched, being willing to wait even longer until she reached adulthood so he could become queen. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Fantasizing about when a hatchling will later turn our version of 18 so you, a grown adult nearing elderhood most likely, can be with her. He doesn't care about anybody other than himself, and he's willing to go to creepy and unethical measures to get his power. Whirlpool meets his deserved end when Anemone flings him into a pool of electric eels. And when we don't see him again in the series due to his death, Whirlpool's presence will always be far from gone. Besides being just mentioned, in Talons of Power, Anemone shows Turtle the dagger Whirlpool planned to give her to kill her mother with. He was just such a two-faced dragon, always manipulating and patronizing. The situation is similar to one in Harry Potter with Dolores Umbridge, a terrible teacher at Hogwarts, who even tortures students with magic, being more despised by all the fans than Voldemort, the actual villain of the series, who's killing people left and right. Things like this, especially seeing characters receive no consequences for a good while they have most of everyone else deceived, it's aggravating, so it's no wonder Whirlpool is considered so awful. He's definitely not going to be forgotten for his brief yet impactful time in the series. Whirlpool's claws will always find some way to ruin and destroy from his feeble attempts at power and wealth. He was so insane that he's willing to wait lifetimes just to achieve his material goals. But what do you guys think? What if Whirlpool's actions still bother you, and do you hate him above other dragons? Even with arguably worse characters out there, Whirlpool will always be the lowest in the minds of fans. Not for murdering, not for abusing magic, but for his acts being eerily familiar in our world, they're pretty believable. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!